Hello and welcome. How's everyone doing? Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate, doing a little voiceover on a rainy, thundery night. So I'm out doing some fence today on a beautiful, sunny day. Look at the sky. You just can't ask for a better job site. It's just out with the birds, out with the sun, out with God, just loving life, man. So I wanted to talk about this job a little bit and tell you some of the, basically mostly the pros. So wonderful thing about this fence job is look around. There's no one around. You're just all by yourself, out just, mending a fence. It's really wonderful. The job is already bid. The job is already paid half down. It's a great, loyal, wonderful customer. And I want to show you how you can kind of do this all one man. Things I've learned over the years, some techniques, some strategies. So hopefully you'll stick along here and see how things go. First of all, I wanted to mention the first day I was doing some of the laying out the fabric, which when I refer to fabric, I'm talking about the fence itself, the chain link. And the tool belt was just a must for this job. Now today I'm using the wheelbarrow quite a bit for my clips and stuff, but the tool belt there really saved my hiney. It just felt right for the job. And I use my tool belt occasionally on garage doors and on fencing, but you'll notice that I put that drill behind my back on a clip, and I'll insert a picture of it here shortly of that clip that I use. And it's similar. It's not the exact same one, so you can kind of pick whatever, but it's just a little U-shaped clip that works really good just to throw my drill into right here. Something similar to this works good. But we're just going to go along in this. I'll explain some things to you. Hopefully, I can teach you a few things. And it's easy money. It's easy money. You know what? And what I love about it is you're not going to get callbacks. It's just one and done. There's no mechanicalism to it. No electrical stuff to go wrong. Electric circuit boards. It's just raw material. Put it out there. Keeps the boogeyman out. Everybody's happy, and you just plug away, man. Now, Cole, he taught me a few things. He was a very generous man, and so I'm going to show you some of the tricks I learned from him and some of the things I've just kind of implemented on my own over the years of learning different ways and different strategies. And we'll get into it and check out this video once we get into the next clip. But otherwise, I hope you guys are doing great, and let's get started. All right. So we're going to start off. You're going to notice I got the come along there, and I'm going to point out a screw, I think. Oh, no. But anyways, the fence here. The hard way to do this is to literally pick this whole roll up and do it vertically with your gut and unroll the thing. And it drags on the ground, it drags on the grass. It's just not the right way to do it. So I'm going to show you how I do it. And I found out this is a lot easier if you got the right tools for the job. Now I'm fighting with this. I should have clipped it and just pulled it out each end, the little piece of metal that's holding this fabric together. I just don't know it all, I guess. So we just got to take these apart, and this roll will come undone. This is just something you guys could do. It's really, it's good money. It's easy, little callbacks. I really enjoy it for some reason. It's very methodical, therapeutic. Is that the word I'm looking for? I got a screw in there. I think I show it a little bit later here. I'll explain that. So here we go. Instead of tilting this up, we're just going to roll it out nice and at our leisure, right? Just roll it out. You can use your hands. You can use your foot like I'm using. Now even this terrain's a little on the difficult side because we're kind of on a hill here. But even being on this rough terrain, it still works really good. So it's pretty impressive. I'll see what we got here. Just roll it out. kick that puppy right out, get it all stretched out. Don't do it vertically like I used to. It's a real pain. This will probably be a little bit of a longer video, but I think it'll be worth it, especially if you're looking to ever think about doing something like this, or at least you'll have the tricks to help a friend out, a family member. So right there's a banana clip I just showed you. That's a really key and important tool for this job to do by yourself. There's a few tools that you got to get, and once you kind of know how to use leverage on your side, life can be a lot easier. It doesn't have to be so hard. I think I'm going to put a few ties. I really like these easy twist ties. What I like about them is, for myself and for employees, they're basically idiot proof. There's only one way you do them, in a sense. As long as you're using the right size, they zip on there, they screw on, and they're invincible. You're not going to kick them off. They're not going to come off. If somebody ever wants to put slats in here for privacy, they're not going to just fall off like aluminum ties will. They're a little bit more pricey. Some people don't like them. I really enjoy them. I like them because they're consistent. So if I'm at this end working and I got employees at the other end, they're all going to be consistent. Where I've had some with aluminum ties, some do it a certain way, some other people complain about how other people are doing it. This just makes everything consistent. And this is like what I tell you guys about preparation too here. The wheelbarrow keeps things elevated. Also keeps things moving for me. It really comes down to, I don't know how else to say it, but it's kind of that whole saying, right? Piss poor planning, piss poor results. There's a lot that's in preparation. Rocking out the 18 volt today. The DeWalt. For some reason, DeWalt was just feeling right today. I used the Milwaukee, but the Milwaukee felt like it was a little bit too fast. So, kudos to the old DeWalt 18 volt. Tried and true. They just keep on working. So we're going to get the easy twist on. I think I'm going to throw, there's different sizes of them too. You got to get them right. So like this one's one for the pole, one's for the top rail, one's for 1 5/8, other one's for, 2.5 for our line post. So you got to get that right. That is where you can kind of screw up. They're kind of, once you put them on there, you can kind of tell that something's right or not right. That top dresser is really important too. See that red rod there? That helps dress the fence out on the top to make it look right. I used to use winding bars, and you can wreck the diamonds. It's not the right tool for the job. So it's really important because it's got an S hook on it. You can see it with the cable with the S hook. If it's something you're interested in, let me know. I can hook you up for 3 easy payments of $19.99. But this job went really good. I did panic at one point. I thought I ran out of the easy twist for the line post, but luckily we had another package. It was my screw up. I panicked, but we had them. So we're gonna get this pole wiped out. Don't want them pointing out is what I'm trying to show there. They could hit the lawn guy or somebody walking by. So see how I put it more back, so that way if kid or just an adult or somebody cutting the grass, it doesn't snag them so hard. You don't want them pointing out like that. So I like to keep them up against the fence. There we go again. This is I got 2 of these fence dressers, is what I call them. But see how they lift up that fence? They make it look real nice for the top. And those pointies work really good too. If the municipalities or just in general, they won't let you, put barbed wire or something up. Those pointies, they act like barbed wire. People don't want to climb them because they're pointy. They hurt. They hurt your hands to climb it. So this will be a knuckle. This is a knuckle twist wire. So the twist is at top, knuckles at the bottom. It's easier to dress out, stretch the fabric. So I'm just basically dressing it right now. And like I said, with these tools though, I've used winding bars, I've used my chin, my armpit, my neck, you name it, to try to get this and hold it at the same time while you're trying to do your ties. This right here is a game changer. Just pull the S-clip off and release. Throw it in the wheelbarrow so you can just keep dragging it along. It's like having a little table. Keeps things elevated. This one was being a little difficult. I would have told you when I was recording this, but I was jamming out to music. I had my AirPods in, and so I was just going at it. Cheers. Gotta get a slurp of water. Gotta stay hydrated. It's one of those days. It was about 74 with a nice wind, so it really wasn't too bad. I love the old come along with the cloth straps instead of those ones with the cables. Oh, the cables get frayed and they're always biting you. These come alongs with these cloth straps are just so nice, so nice. Now see, here's the key. I got a screw in there. There's a galvanized screw I'm pointing out right there, and that keeps that pole locked in. So when you do your top rail, the top rails all got to be snug. I mean, it's like building a foundation for a house. One thing leads to another. So I got that all screwed in, so when I pull on it, I don't twist my pole, because you will notice that if you jerk on it, you know, for pulling this out. You got to have this tool here too, the three-piece grapple. I don't know what the technical term is, but it helps pull your chain link for you. Now I'm doing about 20, 25 feet. This is a 50-foot roll that we rolled out, and just what feels comfortable for me, I do about 25 feet. Just by myself. Have I pulled the 50s before? Yeah, when I got a skid steer and stuff over there and a little bit more manpower. So right here, I don't know how this mends together if you just leave it without the twist. If anybody knows that's more of a fence pro than I am, let me know in the comments or hit me up in the email at the Daveadubson@gmail.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm actually going to get rid of this, and I'll show you what I do the way I like it. And when I used to do this, I used to cut this all out with a grinder. I didn't know that you weaved fence when I was a real greenhorn. But yes, this is how it's not hard once you know this. You got to unweave it. So you just pull this out, and this is how we're going to also mend the fence together with the other fence. But if you don't know this little trick and you sit there and cut everything out with a grinder and then go, how are we supposed to put this back together? Oh, the good old days. So this one basically is garbage to me. It'll go in the scrap hopper. And let's see. So we got all our twisties at the top. Look good. All the twisties are there. Everything's uniform. We'll go down here to the one we're going to bring up here to weave together. And what I do is you're going to see there's a cut I make into it right there. And the reason I figured that out one time is I was walking a fence line at a hotel. I had time to kill. I was walking a fence line and I realized there was a cut in it. And after I realized that cut was in there, I went, oh, I know what they're doing with that. It blends in. So that way all your twisties look good at the top. So I cut that. The bottom, I believe, is already, it's unhooked basically. And that hook will be, I'll probably point that out. It's going to be very important how you have it, because it'll make your life either good or bad, how it goes together or comes apart. So that's what I'm trying to point out there, is that tip is very important. It's one of those things you'll feel it if you're fighting it, you don't have the tip right. You got to twist it a certain way to get it to go in there right for you. So what I'll do is I'll pull this out. I'll make sure I know which way it goes back in. So I'll lay it back on the ground. It's kind of the way it came out, so I don't forget. So I'll just lay it right there. I know that's the bottom, there's the top. It's going to go this certain way in. And now we are going to grab a banana clip. This is right here what makes it so much better that you don't need another person. Because without these, you got to have another person basically hold it and they got to just stand there and really not do much, kind of pick their nose. So there you go. That clip went in. Excuse me. You're going to put it somewhere in the middle because we're going to tighten this fence up so we know it's gonna slide. And I don't want it to, I don't want it to go into the pole, so I don't want to put too close to that line post right there. It'd get jammed up. So that's a no-no. So we're going to go towards the middle again. I'm going to walk this fence up. And like I said, I'm just doing a little portion at a time. Get that clip in there. Bam. Got another one. I think for this roll I had 5 of them. It's a 50-foot roll. So 5 per section basically. You can order them, more. More is better. Better to have than not to have. There you go. Clips on. And you can see how that fence is all standing up for me. I'm not struggling real hard. I'm not working real hard. I'm not making a huge sweat. Just take your time. Walk it up. Like I said, you can buy these certain things. They'll make your life a heck of a lot better. There you go. Boom. Look at that. See? It doesn't look pretty, but we don't care. It's all standing up. It's just going to make things a lot easier to stretch the fabric out. So now we're going to weave these 2 portions together, and we'll grab our weaver down there. It's going to weave around in the air. I'm always paying attention to what's above me. There was a spot where it had a little high voltage. You got to be a little careful. That's the tension rod I was using to pull with the come along. So I'll just throw that off to the side for now, and we'll use that again down the line here. There is some little tricks to this. I normally start it. I'll start it a little bit, and then I'll check it to make sure, because I've had it where I've wound it a diamond off, and if you just focus on it and you get to the bottom and you look back up and you realize your diamonds are off, basically like one's higher than the other, your pointies at the top, and you're like, oh, and you got to tear it back apart. So I normally like to go down a few, maybe about a foot or so, and just pull the slack out of it, and look at it and go, okay, it's lined up. It's good enough to keep going. It can be a little tricky. Like I said, it's wobbling around in the air above your head. Now 6 foot's pretty doable. When you get to 7 foot, I could probably do it, but I think I'd be struggling. I think I'd probably definitely want a helper for that, because that extra foot can add up. So we just sit here and keep twisting it around and around and around, weaving the 2 fences together, mending them. And one finger's just kind of help twist it, other one's guiding it. And we'll just keep weaving her together until we get to the bottom. And then normally some people just leave the hook open. I typically close it just for kind of security, and just it's the right way to do it. It takes it maybe another minute to do it, but it's just the right way, I think. And that way, if somebody are walking down it or checking out your work, or it's just good craftsmanship, right? We should all practice good craftsmanship. Always trying to do the best I can. That's how I look at it. Always trying to get better, faster, smarter. Work smarter, not harder. And there we go. Look how beautiful it is. See, I can't even find this split right now where I cut it. That's why I like doing it, because if you try to weave or try to twist those tops, untwist them and then twist them back, they are a nightmare. It's not even worth it. I don't know if there's a special tool. Maybe somebody can comment if there's a special tool, or shoot me an email, because I don't know of anything about it. So that's just how I do it. So now everything looks good. All the pointies look good. Got my banana clips in, holding up my fence. It's all loosey-goosey, but that's fine. It's not on the ground. I can stretch it now. I can do this all one man. I'm not struggling at all. I'm not having a hard time. I'm not out of breath. I'm enjoying myself. Like I said, you got the tunes in the ears, just playing away. You're lucky I'm not singing. My singing's not the best. Grab our tension rod, or basically our pulling rod. I think I went a little too close, so I had to readjust it, but you'll get the idea here. Slip her down in the old fence. Slide her on down. Get our stretcher piece. You can get these at Home Depot, Lowe's. They're online. They're very, fence stretcher, basically. I prefer the ones that are welded. Sometimes they have nuts and bolts to make them so they can like twist and pivot and stuff. Those seem to come loose. This one I like better. It seemed like these ones, I believe this one's welded, so the ends don't, the little hooks don't twist. But here I am, just come along and away. Ratchy, ratchy, ratchy. The fence is stretching out, like 20, 25 foot of it. Normally you kind of give it the squeeze test. You really don't want it to have much give when you squeeze it with your fingers, like when you put your hand on it and give it a squeeze. I must have been getting bound up a little bit on the wrong side. I'm just pulling, some of the slack was getting bound up. See, that banana clip got too close, so I have to readjust it. Otherwise it's going to be a problem when I go to stretch this next section. So just make a few adjustments here and there, nothing too major. It gets it gobbled up in a few spots, no biggie. We'll just walk back down, pull a little more out of it. I found out where the come along placement is kind of important too. Sometimes you want it somewhat level or pulling down just a hair. You can see it's bowing. So and right here is where this this tool right here shines. We're pulling up the fabric to dress it. I try not to do it in the middle where it's going to make the pipe sag. I do it on the edge, by the line post. Get my banana clip. I like these banana clips because you can pull them off on that side. If it was bigger, I probably wouldn't be able to do that if they're the homemade ones or a bigger pipe. I like that I can do it on both sides. That works pretty nice. So here we go. I'll lift this one up too. Boom. The S hook locks it in. And like I said, this right here eliminates another person. Big time. Big time. Otherwise, you gotta have somebody hold it for you almost while you're, putting on the easy twist or doing your aluminum ties. Give it the squeeze test. I'm not real happy. It's still just a hair bit loose for my liking. So I'll probably have to back the come along off and reset because I'm gonna run out of real estate, I think, for that come along. I was hoping, I don't have a picture of it, but I got this like a loop. I wish I would have brung it. It's only about 2-3 feet. It's just a solid loop. I like wrapping it around poles, and then it leaves a hook or somewhere to hook onto. I wish I would have brung it. So my come along, because my come along don't quite reach where I need it to, so I brung one the next day. Just checking her out, I think, dressing it up, making it look nice. Like I said, look, nobody around. Easy. Easy, easy. No surprises. I almost seem like I like fencing more. The older I get, the more I like fencing. I tell you, just the simplicity of it. It's kind of one and done, really. Nothing seems like it's ever really changed too much. Sometimes product could always be a problem still. Excuse me, getting the vendor to send you certain things, or like I said, if I would have ran out of those clips, that would have been the end of the story for a couple of days till we could have get the new ones. The crazy thing is you can get a lot of this stuff's just on Amazon. It's just getting easier and easier for you guys out there. Man, I used to have vendor accounts, and they only want so many people in a certain area, and they're loyal to only certain people. And shoot, now you can go on Amazon and get tons of this stuff. Besides maybe the pipe, and the fabric, all the tools and stuff. Get it just shipped to your doorstep. No questions asked. You gotta have that special bit to twist these things. I think it runs about 70, 80, 90 bucks. There's the old sun hat. Gotta have a sun hat. Otherwise you'll turn into a redneck. Dressing her out, make her look nice. We're probably getting, if we get close to the end of the video here, let me just tell you, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the emails. I mean, you guys are just so much fun to hang out with and talk to. And I'm actually, as I'm recording this, I've already seen a text come in. I've seen an email come in that I gotta get back to. And just remember, if I don't get back to you right away, it's more likely I've seen it. I might make a video about it. I'll reply eventually. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I already have a little one behind me somewhere that's playing. So I got the family life, you know, kids, wife, busy, business, you know the norms. It's busy, which is good. I'm not complaining. Drag our little table, our wagon, our wheelbarrow, and there you go. Thanks for watching, you guys. God bless you. Take care out there, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.